guys are real, leaders in the dart community and Hall of Fame members themselves. Anthony Marchei and Carl Flaherty, they're going to be speaking. At that point, when they're both up here, Mary Jo, who is the president of the Hall of Fame, will officially induct them and present them with their trophies and Hall of Fame cards. At this point, Mary's just going to give a quick few words about what the Hall of Fame is.
I meant to look this up before today, but I think that the Hall of Fame has been running since 1980-ish, and I'm very proud to be president, and Quaker City has always supported its league members, and I find that they want to honor those who have been dedicated to the league, have provided leadership, support, promotion, and just help players get involved and enjoy the camaraderie. And I think that's really what it's all about. We take nominees, and I know Ricky's put up somewhere the opportunity for league members to suggest someone in case we've overlooked anybody through the membership and the experience of people in the Hall of Fame and the league who know the players who have been in and out of the league over the years. So, we welcome your thoughts and suggestions. Doesn't mean we're, going to take them to heart the first year they're made, or, but we certainly welcome that. And I think the qualifications have been posted. No?
I'm not sure they're definitely in our bylaws.
Right. So I know I'm not the tech person. As many people know, they'll call me and say, "Oh, by the way, I know you're not on Facebook, so so I appreciate that." So for now, I think we move ahead with the presentation. And Anthony, I understand you're first up.
I am. Alright, I'm going to announce the first person, and you can applaud it, and we'll go from there. Jim Newman, get over here.
Yeah, we have been waiting for this one for 10 years, right?
Come on.
6 weeks ago, at the Premier League Finals, I'm sitting at the bar with Mick Sweeney. Shocker, right? And Mick says to me, look across the bar and sees Newman and says, that guy right there is the total package for Philadelphia. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, he's got talent, he's got great character, very approachable, everybody likes him, and he's even half good looking as you, Monty. But from 2006, when he first came into Philadelphia, the ASL just started, it's our first year. Jimmy came in, and all we heard was the stories and the rumors. The decade of Newman has come, and he's going to win every event multiple times. And I took it with a grain of salt, because half the rumors came from Newman. So nonetheless, I was really excited to play him for the first time in a real long match. And I got that opportunity that year in the TMC 31, Best of 31. Like I said, I was looking forward to it. We got into it early, and things were going really well for Newman. He was throwing 12s like I was throwing Crown Royal down my throat. Then the 12s turned into 11s. And then eventually, it happened. This guy threw a perfect game. So I admired his talent. But what I liked about him even more was his ability and his willingness to mentor and open up to anyone in the league. He's very accessible. So for those who don't know, he's the N in M&O vending and M&O dart promotions. I'm the N. Tammy is the O, I think. So we're in Vegas, and I'm Anthony, of course. I'm confused, and I'm down there with 19 sets of darts, but I'm rooming with this guy, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get it all together in one weekend. I'm rooming with the best. I got Newman. So Friday night, I'm dressed, I'm ready, I'm warming up on my board in the room. He comes out, he's showered, dressed, looks at the table, and says, well, did we decide on a set of darts? I said, well, I got to figure it out to like these 9 sets. Don't judge me. He comes over, grabs 3 darts, throws a 140, says, they work just fine, walked out the damn door. stood there for 15 minutes staring at that door, waiting for my victim to walk back through, and he never did. That's Newman. That's what he does. He's unbelievable. Going back to from 2006, trying to put in perspective what he's done for Philadelphia, it's kind of hard. I can give you the individual stats. I'm going to. Try to frame this in your head. He's been here for 10 years, not 30. In 10 years, he's won 4 Mr. Phillies, 4 crickets, 1 ASL major, and a CDC shootout champion. For my mathematically challenged people, that's 10 majors in 10 years. That's pretty damn good. But wait, there's more. In those 10 years, he still made it on the Fisher Cup 3 times, Premier League both leagues, top 4 in the semifinals once. He beat Van Barneveld, best of 11 in Vegas. Pretty damn good. He also sits in a high honor of one of 4 people in Philadelphia to have a signature dart line. And he shares that honor with Mr. McGinnis, Mr. Ennis, and Mr. Fisher. And last, if I miss anything, he sits all by himself in one event, one title. He's the only person to throw that perfect game in Philadelphia. Mick Sweeney told me 6 weeks ago that this guy was a total package. Can't believe I'm saying this in front of everybody. Mick Sweeney was right. This guy is a total package of Philadelphia. I'm honored and humbled to welcome here in the Hall of Fame, but I don't like doing things alone, so I want to ask everybody to please welcome the newest member of the Philadelphia Hall of Fame, Mr. Jim Newman.
Okay. There's a lot of important stuff going on today, but I have to take a few minutes to thank some people. First, I want to say thank you. First, I want to say that this honor really matters to me. I mean, like, holy shit, this really matters to me. First off, thank you to the Hall of Fame for accepting me as one of your own, and also for setting the bar really, really high for the rest of us. You have my word going forward that I will do my part as we push that bar even higher. My wife, Kathy. Without all you do, I definitely wouldn't be here. My daughters, Sydney, Samantha, and Scotland. I've been playing darts for your whole lives, and I know it's tough sometimes when I have to travel. You're the 3 brightest lights in my life, and I'm more proud to be your dad than I am of anything else I've ever done. A guy named Ray Schneider from Croydon was my first dart mentor. I played American darts with him in Bristol Borough, and it was a set of his darts I was using the first time I won Mr. Philly. In Bristol, I also met a guy named Wes Smith, who many of you know, who told me about this whole world of the Quaker City existed, and English darts existed. I worked nights back then, so I couldn't play in any league, but through a guy named Keith Bauer, I was fortunate enough to meet 3 guys who would lead me here. Phil Soroka, Scott Henning, and Dick Keene, who I got to speak to earlier this week. Your friendship and willingness to take me on as a 4th made it possible for a guy starting out with no connections to be able to play. Thank you guys very much. As luck would have it, I switched to day work the same year that a new singles league was being conceived. I remember the first night I walked into Joker's and shook Anthony Marchei's hand. I'm not sure if it's coincidence or not, but I didn't have any gray hair when I met Anthony. You're a lot of things, my friend, but first and foremost, you've always been a leader. Thank you. Thanks to every player who's ever thrown a dart in the ASL. There's too many names to list publicly, but I will thank each of you privately. You all made me better, and I hope I made you better. I also want to acknowledge the movement towards unity by all the different factions in our dart community. It's an exciting era for Philly darts, and we have a bright future. Everyone who takes time to sit on a committee, serve on a board, run a tournament, or keep records and stats, thank you. Your efforts are the backbone of everything we do. Timmy O'Brien.
Oh boy.
Everyone with a Facebook account knows I couldn't make this speech without mentioning you. You've been a friend, enemy, fan, rival, hater, and motivator. As Frank Gallagher from Shameless might say, you've been what I've needed you to be at the time I've needed you to be it. Now back to my wife. I have a lot of trophies, but the one today is special because it represents a career that could not have happened without you. So when we get home, this one will go on your side of the room. Because even though you have trouble with your outshots, you've always been Hall of Fame to me. And from now on, one night each year, take the kids and order out whatever you want to eat. Because I have dinner plans with a great group of people. They say what matters most is the company you keep and the list that it puts you on. This is the best list of all. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Tommy's got